I don't really know what to think right now. Hey everyone, it's Kristen and welcome to my YouTube channel. As you can tell by the title of this video, we're still in my NCLEX vlog series. The day after I took NCLEX, and let me tell you, it has not been easy at all. I keep trying to like not think about it. I keep trying to say like, okay, I'm gonna distract myself, but like that little voice in the back of my mind is like, did you pass? Did you fail? Did you pass? Did you fail? Oh, you failed. Like, you failed. I'm honestly super scared. The nice thing is I still have a job. I know I'm gonna update y'all a little bit later on job update. I still have a job if I don't pass, but at the same time, it's like I don't want to fail because I'm gonna be making a fraction of what I'd be making as a registered nurse. And with this job, I'd really like to get an apartment, get my own place. It's just a waiting game, and I've been pacing back and forth. I've been so uncomfortable. I understand why people say that this is honestly the worst 2 days of waiting for their quick results, and I heard Florida's a little bit different where like you can see your license, and I've been trying to see if I can verify it and nothing yet. So I will obviously update y'all and let you know kind of what's going on. I definitely woke up this morning like drenched in sweat. I couldn't sleep last night. I almost feel like I had a mini anxiety attack, and this is the problem, is anytime it comes to testing, this is like my normal routine of waking up feeling like sweating and uncomfortable, and sometimes I wake up with a headache, sometimes I wake up with like puffiness everywhere. Yeah, this is not a fun time, and like I understand why people say that it's not enjoyable. I feel like I'm really good at managing my stress levels, but in this point of time, there's nothing that I can do to control what's going on around me, and I'm trying to, like I said, distract myself, do other things, and it's almost like this little voice in the back of my head that's saying, well, it is what it is, you know? I'm gonna start getting ready, and then I will update y'all in a little bit. Y'all, I'm sorry, I look like a mess right now. It's 10:01. I logged on the Florida Board of Nursing website, and it says my license number. I was just about to do the Pearson VUE trick because so many people said that licenses should come up like literally like that day on Florida, and I've been waiting more than 24 hours. So I really hope this isn't a joke right now. I don't think people realize like how much this test is just a mind game. Like I sat here yesterday thinking to myself, did I pass? Did I fail? Did I pass? You know what? I think I passed. You know what? No, I had to have failed. There were like so many questions that were so easy that I think I overthought. I don't. See, it says registered nurse, and then my license number's above it. Oh my God. I'm sorry, y'all. This is how much anxiety I've had pent up about this test, thinking that. Oh my God. I cannot believe I have the 2 letters of RN next to my name now. I'm officially a registered nurse. I figured I would sit down and talk to y'all for a little bit, and let me tell you, that whole experience was not what I anticipated, and I'm gonna kind of get all into that so y'all have an idea what my overall experience was. I do just really want to stress the fact that your experience is going to be your own experience, and the experience is not going to be the same as everybody else's, okay? I got the impression that because I didn't get all these select all that apply questions, I wasn't doing well, or I didn't do well, and because I wasn't getting like super hard questions, I wasn't doing well. I want to just let you know every experience is their own, and just know that you can pass regardless of what your experience was. That's the first thing I want to like get out of the way. I got to the testing center about 30 minutes before my scheduled time. I ended up walking in pretty much when I got there. They're still doing the COVID precautions, so they required me to wash my hands in the bathroom before I even stepped in the testing center, and then I had to, you know, get paperwork that went over like the rules and regulations. I sat there for a minute. There were, I think, like 3 or 4 people in front of me. Once it was my turn, turn. Obviously I showed like my ID, I did the palm scanning, then I put all my stuff in my locker, and pretty much I was ready to go. I was set up, I took the test. It was 75 questions, and when it shut off, like the screen just went blank, and then it told me, hey, here's the next gen survey. You're going to be doing this for another 30 minutes. So my whole test in total took a little under, I believe, 2 hours, and I was like, I think the third person out of there, because there were a couple people before me that left before me. For my exam, I had no more than 10 select all that apply. I did not get that many. I mean, it was probably like every 10 minutes I got a select all that apply. Like I said, I probably had like 5 to 10. I wasn't keeping track because I didn't want to like psych myself out, but it was a handful. It was not very many, and that kind of like scared me like after I took the test. Now, like other questions, I had a handful of prioritization, delegation. I had no math questions. I had a couple med questions, but they were like drugs that I didn't really recognize, so I had to like go by the suffix. I also did have a couple drag and drop and then a picture question. I had a bunch of how would the nurse intervene, or which answer choice requires further education. So I had a lot of those style of questions, and I know those style of questions are my weakness. Now I know with that question, you're looking for the answer choice that's incorrect. However, I don't know why, like when I answer those specific style of questions, I'll know to choose the incorrect one, and then as I'm reading the answer choices, I choose the correct one. Or I will choose a couple of the correct ones if it's a select all that apply. And I did that throughout nursing school. So with those style of questions, I always have to make sure I go back and reread the question, so I make sure I choose the incorrect answer choice. That style of question for me has always caused me to get it wrong. So I was getting that specific style of question a lot, so I'm sure I got a few of those incorrect because I kept choosing the correct answer, but that doesn't really matter at this point because I have my license. I know that was the style of question that was popping up more on my test. I also just wanted to say I had no calculation questions, and my scratch piece of paper was blank by the time I left. I didn't write anything on it. I didn't use it. When I got out of that test, I didn't really know what to think, because from others' experiences that I've heard, like from word of mouth, the test was hard. I heard that you get a lot of select all that apply, that means you're doing well, or if you get a lot of difficult questions, you're doing well. You have to get to the difficult questions to pass the exam. So if you only have easy questions, you're not gonna pass. That really hit me and set in after I took the test. It was probably like more in the evening time that I was like, okay, well, if I didn't have the hard questions, then that means I didn't even pass. I never got to the hard questions. That worried me a lot. I was like going back and thinking in my head, I was like, okay, well, what kinds of questions was I asked? And I felt like a lot of those questions were your basic foundation, safety and infection control, medication administration. We're talking about skills over here. I also remembered I got like health conditions that I didn't really study too much, signs and symptoms of those health conditions, just those basic questions that I did not think were going to be on my exam. I thought it was going to be like these difficult scenario style questions. Like I anticipated UWorld questions. I really did, where you needed to know specific details for each question to be able to get the question correct. Now that is not the case, at least for my test. It was very surface level. It was very broad. It was not what I thought it was going to be. And look, I passed, okay? I would not say that I was 100% ready for that test. Yes, I did a bunch of practice questions, and I'm going to do a whole separate video on my study schedule. I'm putting a study schedule together of exactly how my study schedule looked like, so if y'all want to reference that, you can. I just feel like UWorld was more difficult than the actual test itself, and I wish I could explain it, but the questions are also a little bit different than UWorld, but I still feel like UWorld prepared me very well for the actual test. That is pretty much my overall NCLEX experience, and originally anticipated this difficult exam, and I came out feeling very surprised that it wasn't as difficult as I thought it was going to be. Now, of course, everybody gets a different exam, so I can't tell you that your experience is going to be like mine, but just know that you can get only a handful of every question and still pass. I feel like my exam was all over the place. I feel like my exam, you know, had some difficult questions, definitely had some health conditions I didn't remember, definitely had some words that I didn't know, but it wasn't like it was super difficult the way that people talk about sometimes. So I just really wanted to stress that to help ease your worries going into the NCLEX, because I don't really feel like I heard that from very many people. So I'm here to tell you that it is possible to feel like the test was a little bit more easy than you anticipated. That was my overall NCLEX experience, and now that my NCLEX experience is over, my channel is going to be transitioning a little bit because I no longer have to study for NCLEX. I obviously am starting my new job, and I'm starting my new job in 7 days. So next week I will be posting a new job orientation vlog, and I will be giving y'all a job update then. Things actually changed a little bit. Don't worry, I'm still going to be working in labor and delivery, but there is a little bit of an update going on, so I do have to fill y'all in, and of course I always want to keep y'all in the loop. So I'm excited to start my first day and bring y'all along so you can see exactly how it goes. And now, like, when it comes to videos, please leave some recommendations of what y'all want to see. I know as I get into my new job, I want to show y'all content that y'all want to watch. So if you have any skills or you have any nursing school things that you want me to talk about, just because I'm not in nursing school anymore does not mean I still won't talk about it. Of course, it won't be nursing school vlogs anymore when it comes to showing you like days in my life, but I can still talk about nursing school all on my channel. So y'all just let me know what you want to see down in the comment section down below. I want it to be content that y'all want to see too, and not just content that I want to make. So let me know if you've made it this far. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. Y'all have no idea how blessed I am to be able to get to really know some of y'all, because I know y'all reach out to me all the time. That means a lot. I get so excited to speak with y'all and get to know you, so feel free to reach out. And of course, I'm always here to help you. If you ever need help, just let me know. And of course, I always end my videos by letting you know that I always just want to wish you luck on your nursing journey.